So the Splitgate developers are planning on making a spiritual successor to Titanfall, but uh what was the newest one? Splitgate Reloaded or something like that. I've tried, I think the beta or something like that, and it was okay. Honestly though, like because that game was supposed to be similar to Halo and Portal. Like the Portal gimmick ends up like just not really being something I'm really that interested in. I'm wondering, like, when they say it's gonna be like a Titanfall spiritual successor, do they mean like just the main pilot to pilot action, or is there actually gonna be mechs? Um, if I remember, there is another Titanfall-esque game that's being in development. I think it's an indie game though. I don't remember what it, but I think they have mechs in it. I'm kind of curious though, because from what I remember, a lot of people did not like the reloaded one, and I and honestly like uh the Splitgate kind of fell
Exclusive
apart.
Splitgate developer 1047 Games is working on a spiritual successor to Titanfall, dubbed Impulse. So, exclusive Splitgate developer 1047 Games is working on a spiritual successor to Titanfall dubbed Impulse. 1047 Games' next game, dubbed Impulse, appears to be a spiritual successor to Titanfall, Insider Gaming has learned.
Yeah.
Pre-alpha gameplay footage sent to Insider Gaming on the condition that it's not to go public shows players fighting in team deathmatch using
Oh,
grappling hooks, wall running, and
so is this
boost
gonna be
paths
like
to
a
quickly traverse
Timefall
around the map. But what's particularly exciting
click
is that
placed
players are also
combat?
able to use giant mechs that are scattered around
Oh,
the map.
okay,
How
okay,
mechs are
okay.
obtained could change from the footage we saw, and they look strikingly similar to Titanfall's mechs. Footage sent to Insider Gaming.
The thing is though, even if they do all of this, it could still go like not that well. The Splitgate gameplay was pretty good. Splitgate 1 and even Splitgate 2 sorta in my opinion sorta. But um like the Titanfall 2, it had like its own like unique magic, like when like the volume of the mechs moving, or like the weight of all the melee or like the gun sound, all of that. Like my issue would be like, can it have something similar to that? Because like they could copy the whole package but not have like the same sound profile or like the same weightiness on every bullet or something like that, or like not even the mechs are gonna be like unique. I wouldn't know.
Shows a player grappling inside of a mech, then dominating the match with the mech's primary Gatling gun. While it's not clear whether the game will have mechs with different abilities, this particular mech used a shield for extra protection against
Literally
enemies and a
just
missile launcher with a cooldown.
copying
For those not in the know, 1047
was it
Games
Tone? I
CEO
don't
Ian
remember.
Prolux,
One of the mechs
had
that had
already
the
announced
shield.
earlier this year that a small team at the studio is working on a new movement shooter inspired by Titanfall and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now,
Oh
as
yeah.
of this writing, Impulse is in
Black Ops
pre-alpha,
3
and
and
while it's
Advanced
uncertain when
Warfare
the
is the
game
one
will
where
be
they had
released,
the
it's
movements, I guess,
understood that it
well,
will be
right?
announced later this year. So is Impulse a winner? Impulse certainly looks like it could be a winner for 1047 Games after it failed to captivate
Yeah,
an
see,
audience for
that's the one. Yeah,
Splitgate
Splitgate
2
2.
Splitgate Arena. Gone are the bright arcade arena colors of Splitgate, replaced with a tone very similar to Ubisoft's X Defiance. Whether or not Impulse
Like
can
from
build
what I
and
remember,
sustain an
that
audience,
game
though,
didn't do
remains
that
to be
well.
seen. But I think 1047 Games' brilliant movement mechanics from Splitgate combined with elements of Call of Duty and Titanfall's mechs could be an easy winner. After all, fans have begged EA for a new Titanfall game for years and have been met with silence. So props to 1047 Games for entering a market where they know
I
there's a
mean, it's a
passionate
unique
audience. It's currently
market
unclear
in
whether the game is
itself.
free to play
That's why
or a
nobody
premium game. How do you
really
guys feel about that? It's
is
interesting
interested
because
in
the
making that.
devs that broke away to make High Guard were
So,
the devs that didn't they say that the same devs that brought you Titanfall from Respawn, right? Like,
oh yeah, what
I
is
mean, of
that? I
course,
forgot
I
that
mean,
gamer.
High Guard.
You know how
A
bad
lot
it
of
is if
people
I already
were
don't
like,
even.
bro,
It
why
like
not just?
completely left
Oh
my
yeah, okay.
radar.
See, they were the devs that said they were from Titanfall and Apex. Yeah. So there was a lot of people that were upset with High Guard because they were like,
Oh,
why
that's the
didn't
game,
you
High
just
Guard.
make
Yeah.
a version of Titanfall then if you came from Titanfall? This kind of reminds.
You know what needs to die though? The what the kind of trend that needs to die is like from the creators of like what's the giant monster hunting game where you chase after a giant monster or you could play as the giant monster as a versus Evolved. There you go. Evolved. Well, I did like it. I did like it. It's very niche. It was a very niche game, but it didn't capture like enough of an audience. But they're like from the creators of um Left 4 Dead 2, and then uh what was it? What was the Back for Blood? There you go. Yeah, like they just didn't have the same magic as Left 4 Dead 2. It's like either like the um the conversations weren't like as, you know, interesting, or like they're being too corny or something like that. Like, or like the gunplay felt weird or something. I don't know. I didn't really play. I played Back for Blood only in like the beta, so I didn't really like the. I didn't mess with the card system at all. But High Guard is like another game where they severely fucked like the whole thing. They severely messed the whole concept. I feel like they were trying to cash in on like, I have no idea. Wasn't it like MOBA-esque, but also like um I forgot what that
Reminds me of
whatever
kind of
that
when
genre is,
1047 came
whatever.
in with their
I
first
didn't
release of
forget what it's
Splitgate.
called.
If I remember way back when, it was called Wormholes. But they kind of fill that
But
void
yeah,
in a lot
I
of
just didn't
ways
care
for
for this
people that were wanting
portal.
Halo,
I didn't
especially on the
really care for the
PC side.
portal mechanics for
And then
this.
they
I guess
actually released it on
I was mostly
console.
just
It didn't
I was mostly running on nostalgia um for Halo. I want to play like more Halo. That's why I don't know. I could just play like Halo MCC, true, but I don't know. I don't know. I could just do that, but I
they
don't know.
had
It
changed their
just
name
doesn't.
after that to Splitgate.
I
And
guess it's mostly
Splitgate
because it
1 did
just
really
doesn't
well.
feel the same
Splitgate
anymore.
2, I mean, I think the big thing was like they went all in with the
I was
battle
like a
mode or
heavy FPS
the
gamer more
battle royale
recent.
mode,
Nowadays, I'm more
and
like
I just think
RPG.
BR is just kind of it's run its course. People that are already embedded
Oh
in their
gosh,
BRs in their current games are not
that
looking
reminds
for
me
that
of like
BR.
the
You know what I mean?
Apex
I don't think the Portal
crate
gameplay is
opening.
fun. I think that it's difficult to contest someone who's really good because not only do you have people that
I
are like
mean,
really good
doesn't
at
people
just
still
like
play
shooting and
Titanfall
stuff
2?
in
Isn't there
Splitgate,
like
but you have
a
people that can
server
open up
thing you could
portals
do
all
for
around
Titanfall
you
2 right
and
now?
will just fuck you up, dude, so fast. And so
The
like you can even
problem
take someone
is
that's like,
the
you know,
Titanfall
they may
2
be
game
okay at in terms of like shooting mechanics,
gameplay
but like if they're just a
is like
god
far
portal
too
player,
solid.
they're gonna
It's
fuck
like
you up. They're
super
gonna sit on you.
solid.
And there didn't seem to be any like cooldowns on portals either.
Oh my
You
god, is
pretty
that the
much have free
Kraber?
reign in how you wanted to pop portals. Regardless, though, I feel like this right here, this impulse,
I mean, here's
this
the thing.
version
There should be
or
more.
1047's version.
I'm not opposed to this. There should be like more people trying to adopt like games that are already like not games like genres that are already like expired, but I just don't have trust in this because it's mainly the Splitgate developers. I'm more interested in the indie one. The indie one, I'm more interested in that one. But this one, comparatively, I'm not that interested.
Of Titanfall, I feel like this is going to potentially hit a lot better. Now, it's all
I
about
don't think so.
execution. Is it going to have the depth of Titanfall? I
No.
mean, I guess my question is how the hell are they turning this around? How long had they been working on this beforehand? They had to have been working on it beforehand for them to already have it in a playable state where they're already doing these pre-alphas.
My question is, how are they able to do this? Because if it is Splitgate 2 doing well right now, I could check that out actually. Splitgate Arena Reloaded player count or Steam charts, right? Steam charts, Steam DB. It has like around 400 concurrent players right now. 500 24 hours peaked. So I'm like wondering how are they like getting funded or some such, you know? I don't know. I'm not so sure.
We'll see, man. I'll try to see if we can get into like maybe a pre-alpha or a beta and check it out. I would
Yeah,
say
check it out.
that we need a good
Never
variety
hurts.
of mechs, man. A good variety of mechs. And then just the base FPS gameplay itself needs to be really, really
They just need
solid. I
10
wouldn't
diverse
expect any
mechs
kind of
from each other.
campaign or story with any of this, by the way. Yeah, you guys had me play Titanfall 2 last year, and so I was
Yeah, it
happy
was
and
amazing.
satisfied enough with my life. And
Titanfall
then I
2
joined
is
the
really
rest of
amazing.
angry people that are asking what happened. But we all know what
My
happened. Apex
favorite
came out.
mech is the
This sounds
Monarch.
unappealing to me.
Though I think that's
Let's
like
poll it. Would you play this game? We got to just see
I don't know.
gameplay of it first. You know what I mean? Like that's really the main thing is we need to just
Yeah.
take a look at gameplay. But would you play, I guess, this version of Titanfall Impulse? I think it's probably gonna. I don't know. Like, was it Splitgate? Wasn't both Splitgate games free? So I would assume this one's gonna be free. All right. So about 62% says yes. It's kind of insulting to compare it to Titanfall if it doesn't have a story. Titanfall 2 is one
Eh,
of the best FPS stories in gaming. I think
I wouldn't
Titanfall
think
2's
so.
story was
I
really
wouldn't think
good,
so.
but you realize like it obviously can't piggyback off of anything related to Titanfall's original narrative for copyright reasons. You know what I mean? Titanfall 1 didn't have a story at all. Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
Titanfall 1 not have a story?
It
Plus,
mostly
man,
people liked
I
it for the
feel like
multiplayer.
in the day
You know
of
what?
everyone.
Titanfall 1 was more like there was a game last what was it? It was like Blink? I forgot. One of those. That's what Titanfall 1 was like.
One right now making an extraction shooter. I mean, look,
I
we could
hope
be
it's
wrong.
not
They could literally
extraction
come
shooter
out.
is a bit
1047 could
too
literally come out and be like, yes, this is
not as
Titanfall's
overdone as
extraction
zombies,
shooter.
but
Impulse. You know,
tired of
I kind of
extraction
just miss
shooters.
good arena shooters. It's a terrible decision. Everyone's doing extraction.
Yeah.
Why an extraction shooter? Dude, everyone's making an
Oh,
extraction
they're doing
shooter.
it's in it.
Everyone is making
Is
an
it
extraction
confirmed
shooter.
that's gonna be
Even this
extraction?
game,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to run around with fucking Goofy, shooting,
Why
maybe doing
extraction
abilities
shooter?
or some shit.
I
And
don't even
yes,
know.
it will be an extraction. Mickey with a shotgun. I don't know. I don't think they're going to go that crazy with it. I think they're going to have like just like abilities and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I swear it's all going to flop. They've misread the extraction. Boom arc was the exception, not the rule. Yeah. Well, regardless, though, I hope 1047 does a good job. I hope they have a variety of mechs.
Yeah,
I hope they have good
hopefully.
maps. I hope the gunplay is solid.
I mean,
Splitgate is
having low expectations is already just gonna be better, not like over hyping it and stuff like that. But when you put like it's gonna be a successor to Titanfall, I feel like you're putting yourself in like the kind of pedestal for um failure because people are gonna have like some sort of expectation for you.
pretty solid. I mean, I really, really want
I
them
think
to
it's
lean
better if you
into
just
like
showed the
mech
game
on mech
first
combat. Can't just
and
be like, hey, you jump into a
and
mech, you
let
shoot
people
some
come to
guns.
their
Like, I mean, I
senses
think
on what
they need
they
to go. They need
think
a full send it,
how well it's gonna
ults,
be.
all that shit.
But like
And
my
I just hope
opinion
it
is they're
has
just
the
gonna look
depth.
at
'Cause you could they could for real be capturing so many players here
the
with this one.
Splitgate's
The
Titanfall
only thing I'd be
2
worried about is that we have not seen the studio create
future
story
and they're
yet.
just
Guys,
gonna go back to Titanfall 2 instead.
hold up. First up, I would not expect 1047 to be making a campaign. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, they're not.
Secondly, this is probably going to be a free-to-play game. So
Yep.
I think when people hear
Splitgate
Titanfall, I think
Reloaded
people
is
are
free to
like,
play, I believe.
I would be extremely surprised. Well, it's going to be probably a blend of PvE and PvE. PvP and PvE. Change my vote to no then. I want y'all to know, like, EA owns those rights. If 1047 was to come out and
Bro,
continue
like
the story,
even if EA wanted the current team to do Timefall 3, it's not gonna be the same. I think it's not even the same people from Timefall that's in Apex now, right? So I think it's gonna look drastically different and it's gonna severely ruin people's expectations. No point on making a Timefall 3. Timefall 3 is already like done and dusted and not something we should actually have continue to expect anymore. I think we should have people iterate upon Titanfall, other people put their spin on it. Like how is constantly being iterated upon. I think that's what needs to happen for Titanfall and other like more niche genres.
Of Titanfall, they
Like
will get sued into oblivion. You see where I'm coming from? I feel like there are people
I
in
can't think
here
of any
that
on the top of
definitely
my head.
want that story to continue, but that's not how that works. It would have to be its own original take, and I don't think that's going to be wise because it's just going to be compared nonstop to the original Titanfall games. Slap that like button like your
All right,
mama told you right.
thank you. Aztec, I've watched Aztec. I saw his I didn't see it, but like I didn't fully finish watching it, but like in the wake of like Destiny 2 dying, unfortunately, I should probably check that out at some point. But yeah, man, I hope this one is gonna be because I do want to play like a more grounded mech team deathmatch kind of not team deathmatch like one life kind of game. I really love the Titanfall 2 mech versus mech battles. That was so fun. Anyways, yeah, talk to you later.